Today we're going to talk about the 3 C's for safe and productive schools: cooperative community, constructive conflict resolution, and civic values. At the heart of the community is the idea of positive interdependence. Individuals working together to achieve mutual goals through strategery. We have spent several pages talking about cooperation in community. Now let's work on some of those things about safety and those all-important civic values.
I can play the clarinet.
No, you can't. Nobody likes you. No one likes you, not even your mother.
Alright class, back to our discussion about civic values.
Even the teacher agrees with them.
Boys, that is very inappropriate. I will not tolerate that behavior in class. Talk to me after class. Alright boys, we need to talk about peer mediation. You guys seem to have a problem. We need to talk about it. Christopher, Brandon, listen to me. We need to talk about this problem. You're having a conflict of interest. Alright, Christopher, tell me, what is it that you want? How do you feel?
I feel unloved, unwanted, uncool. I just want to play the clarinet.
I want to be popular.
I see. Now, why do you think why do you feel this way? Why do you want that?
I just want friends, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Christopher, what do you want?
I want friends too.
Yeah. Now, how do you think Christopher feels when you bully him?
Not very good.
No, probably not. Now, how can we fix this?
I don't know. Maybe we can just share the clarinet and I can stop saying things about him.
That would be very good.
I think so.
I feel much better. I feel like class will be more constructive now. Thank you, boys. Have a good day.
You know what, Brandon? I think vampires should be sparkly. Like in Twilight.
Oh, Twilight. Oh, I'm very, very sorry, miss. I'm still 15 years old in my heart. Those are not real vampires. You know what a real vampire film is? Blade.
Please, Twilight
Vampires.
is so much better.
Vampires don't sparkle, they cut you. They cut you and they take you to big raves in a warehouse and push you, and then they drink your blood from the ceiling, and it's awesome. And you gotta get saved by Wesley Snipes. That's a real vampire.
Twilight is so much better. The vampires are so romantic. They drive sweet cars.
The vampires in Blade all drive Mitsubishis, and it's awesome!
Vampires in Twilight drive Italian sports cars. That's much better.
Yeah, but they're Italian. Like my shoes.
Please.
Vampires, they cast lightning from their fingertips, and they belch fire in from their bellies. And they eat zucchini. That's important too. Just like Bunnicula.
Real
Okay.
vampires have feelings and emotions, and they care about girls.
Let me ask you a
Sweep them off
question.
their
Let me
feet.
ask you a question. Is Bunnicula a real vampire?
Sure, why not?
Who would win in a fight? Bunnicula or those 3 bad guys from Twilight?
Twilight, of course.
No, Bunnicula. You know why? Because she's a rabbit.
Okay, students. Okay.
Oh.
You know what, guys? I think that you should remain open-minded and think about what the other person has to say in this discussion. Think about it. Think about it. Cool off. Talk to each other.
Well, Ashley, I guess you're right. I guess it's okay for vampires to wear bright clothing and glitter.
I guess it's okay for vampires to be blood-sucking killers, too.
But we both agree on one thing. Bunnicula's an awesome book.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Students, I think you did a very good job agreeing right now, and one thing we can all agree on is vampires are in your imagination, so we can all have different opinions about them.
Now we're going to talk about teasing. Some of the do's and don'ts. You're going to see a scene here, and I'm going to ask you, is this or isn't teasing? Talk with your classmates, or I'll suck your blood. You know, it's just so funny how you always come to that silly educational psychology class we have to take. You always have coffee and just sit there, just looking at other people. It's great. You look so silly. I'm sorry, man. Was that a bit too much?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's okay. You want to play some Wii?
Okay.
All right.
You know, your mom was so fat she walked in front of the TV and you missed a whole episode of 60 Minutes.
Hey guys, I can tell that Chris over here is having a really, really lousy day, and I'm about to make it even worse. Watch this. Ah! Hey Chris, would it really bother you if I made fun of how ugly your goatee is?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't do it.
You know what, Christopher? You're such a virgin.
Bet you couldn't get laid if you tried.
You are such a loser.
Yeah, you really can't stand.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, you wear glasses. All right, partners, giddy up on the wild, wild west, because we're about to talk about belonging. When students perceive their schools are competitive places where they are treated differently based on race, gender, or ethnicity, then they are more likely to act out those kinds of feelings. But when they feel that they have choices, that the emphasis is on personal improvement and not comparisons, and when they feel respected and supported by teachers, students are more likely to bond with their schools.
Now class, today I want you to answer what is 2 plus 2?
2 plus 2 is 5.
Alright, Brandon and Chris.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
That is so good, Chris. You're so much smarter than Brandon.
1 plus 1.
2.
No, it's x. It's x. You know why, right? Yeah, 1 plus 1 is x.
Do you even have any brain cells?
Now. Everyone's opinion's valued in this classroom. You guys are both right in your own way.
Okay, my peeps. Now it's time to talk about violence with people like us. The best answer to school violence is prevention. Wow. As a teacher, you may have little to say about violence on television, metal detectors, or gun control, but you have much to say about the way students treat each other and the sense of community created in other classes. You can teach acceptance and compassion through direct and indirect means, and you can create a culture of belonging for all students.
Now class. Chris, what are you wearing? All blue? What the hell? You think you're in a gang? Look at those glasses. What the hell are you wearing? Anyways.
You know, S.A., if you were part of my group, you wouldn't have to put up with that kind of stuff.
Really?
Oh yeah, really. We don't take none of that lick from nobody's business, yo.
Well, okay.
Yeah!
Yo, bro, what are we doing tonight?
I was thinking we go down and just burn an abbey.
Yeah!
I don't know why, I just want to. Violence! Well, everyone, that concludes our informational session on violence and aggression and what you can do to prevent it. I thank you, my friends thank you.